September 15th. In the middle of September, it's a deadline for corporations and partnerships. Those who did file an extension on time, and the time was in March, was deadline to file extensions for corporations, in April for partnerships. If you did file those extensions, September 15th is when it expires. September 15th. Many people believe October. For partnerships and corporations, September 15th is the deadline. Question which always confuses people, saying is I formed an LLC, which Steve graciously offered you to help with. But if you formed an LLC, does it become a partnership or corporation? The answer is no. Most of the time it's no. In fact, if it's one person, and it's there on the handout if you look at it, does not apply to one owner LLC. If you have just one person and you formed an LLC, it's not a corporation, it's not a partnership. It's just an LLC, it does not need separate tax return, should not worry about September 15th deadline. Now, if you have husband and wife LLC in the state of Texas, same thing. Sorry to tell you, you are one person, even though you may consider two. It's one for the state of Texas. So again, no separate partnership return, no deadline on September 15th. So only LLCs that have multiple partners that are not husband and wife, those will be affected by the deadline. What happened? There is a question, if you did not file partnership return or corporation, so then you are already past the deadline. You need to know that little thing about penalty. I want you to look at the penalties on your handout. Do you see the number, $200? I want you to see what says after $200. It says per person, per month. So if you miss September, if you had an extension, miss September 15th by 1 day, file it on September 16th. There are two partners. Okay, you just incurred two partners times $200, $400. Unnecessary fee to his God. Now, if you did not file it back in April, by now you already have 5 months. Time to two partners is what? 10 times $200, $2,000 penalty. So those deadlines are important. Next deadline is October 15th. That's the deadline for everybody else who filed normal extensions in April. That's for individuals and LLCs that are single person or husband and wife LLC. That's in October 15th. Same question, what happens if you miss the deadline? What if you miss October 15th? Or what if you already missed April 15th deadline? First, April 15th may not be a problem if you were in one of those flood-affected counties. But that does not give you until October, it gives you until September 1st, just until Tuesday. Okay, so be careful with that. But missing the deadline, if you don't owe money to the IRS, that means you actually had a bad year. Sorry about that. If you had a good year of 2015, you should owe him money. That's not a bad thing. That means your business was successful. And if you do owe him money, you would owe 5% per month. Pretty steep rate. Worse than hard money. Sorry, hard money lenders here. 5% per month. So don't ignore the deadline, especially if you owe money. Finally, November 15th. One more deadline. This time it's not him. So he can actually even turn around. It's not about him. It's about the state of Texas. If you do have any kind of company formed with the state of Texas, any kind of LLC, including right now one person LLC, husband and wife LLCs, any kind of LLC, they owe once a year a very annoying but necessary formality to the state of Texas. They have to file what is known as franchise tax report. Some people hear the word franchise, they think it's for McDonald's. No, it's franchise means in the state of Texas, any business registered with the state of Texas, any LLC, they need to do that. What happens if you don't? If you don't, what happens is the state of Texas will put you in bad standing. When you will know about it? When you go to close. And all of a sudden the title company says, no, we cannot close under your LLC name. Your LLC name is not in good standing with the state of Texas. You don't want to learn about that on the day of closing. Believe me, that's not very fun endeavor, but that happens. Also it can happen when you go to your bank and try to write a business check and the bank says, no, we can honor the check. Why? Because your business is not in good standing with the state of Texas. So on November 15th, you need to make sure if you had an extension that you file that return. Now question, if you did not have an extension. If you did not have an extension, you already should have a letter from the state of Texas threatening to cancel your company. So don't ignore that letter. We explained on our website what to do about that letter, how to fix it. It's a free advice available on our website. Thank you very much. Stay out of trouble and have a very successful, investment year. Thank you very much.